Hi guys, we're on our custom built project, so custom DWM, build it from scratch and then start doing all kind of things. And we have something to experiment basically. Bakkeby is not unknown. As you know, we have the ArcoLinux tweak tool, and in the drop down there is Dusk. And Dusk is a fork of DWM. It's a purplish kind of look design, and it has all kinds of configs in here. Now we have here the other, well, there are lots of projects, 35 repositories from Bakkeby or Stein. And Stein here gives also flexipatch. So if patching is not your thing, or it's time consuming, or you don't get it right, super F7, let's launch a net clone, so a clone from a virtual machine, and have a look at this particular project, flexipatch. Sometimes what's interesting, but let's wait for the thing to boot up and go again to the GitHub. These days, tip of the video, these days I install this -R. That's the one you need, not the Nox version, but the guest utils version. When I press right control F, I've got my full screen. So that's the one you need. Super Shift D, Brave we go. Brave is not installed. Firefox we go then, as long as we can go to the internet. So Bakkeby is the name to remember, and then Dusk, you'll get to the place you need to be. Just another fork, and then you go one level up to the repository DWM flexipatch. No, not that one, sorry. This one, copy, let's keep it around. And then we're going to Control H this thing, put it in documents, git clone, Control Shift V. So flexipatch, what I want to show you is, well, first of all, scroll, right? All the patches are in here, and layouts are here. So look at the titles, let's see alphabetically if we can find them, and patches include. Okay, so layouts and patches included, but it has to be somewhere in the code, and it's gonna be PPP here, patches. So this is the long list of variables that are Boolean variables, meaning 0 is false and 1 is true. So if you say 1, it's gonna build it with that. But let's build it, right? Ah yeah, one more thing I'd like you to have a look at. I found it nice. Browsing patches, there is a map of patches. Look at that, right? You need to remember this thing. It's called Call IT, and you can have a look around like this. This is about presentation. This is about the bar. What can we do with the bar? Active monitor, auto dark, color scheme, switch, show. So if you're focusing on something specific, you have actually here stuff about the style, bar padding and bar height. I think I've applied them both. And this gives us an idea what is possible. And here is the launcher. I was looking for that little guy earlier on. So let's see if we can find it. So down here we have this, right mouse click. Let's go for patches dev. Do we have Sublime text? Yes, we do. All right. And then you make this bigger, control scroll. And what do we like is the vanity gaps. Sure, a little bit of vanity is always good. Bar padding, smart patch, sure, why not? And off you go, right, by typing all kinds of things. I'm interested in the launch we just saw, but I don't know. When I type launch, I find 3 things. But I don't see the actual name. Unmanaged patch is like a strange name. It's not the thing that I thought it was. So this one, command shortcuts accessible from the bar. So that's exactly what I want. So this thing is what I like to have in here, but I'm not sure which one that is, as launcher as such just is mentioned once here. Uncertain if this is the thing. Anyway, we're here just to try it out. And the sys things, something about sys, 9 matches, that's okay. So this here, the sys tray, sure, I want that as well. And anything else about sys? Okay. You still need to figure out what it all is, but you can follow these links. Bar modules, some of them go to DWM and some of them go to bakkeby GitHub. So the information can be found here. So the wiki patches wiki bar modules is where we are. And here is some more thing like banish. What word is that? So banish, what do we do if we banish? Okay, so have a look. And then it's time to build. But before we do that, we're gonna drag this guy over here. Super F this thing, doesn't work. Make this bigger. So what do we get? If rounded corner patch. Did not look if that's nice. Would be interesting to have a look. Is that nice? Control find corner. Resize corner patch. That's the first. There are 10 references. Rounded corner patch. Probably this one. Save. So true. And all the rest we'll see. Just by accident we found that, right? Where was I looking? I was looking here. So rounded bar patch, that's 1 bar order. Bar border pixels of the bar. Swallow patch tag preview. The tag preview, I'd like to have that one as well. Control find tag preview is one that we have in chat.wm. That's nice. What else? Vanity gaps is here. Those are my gaps. I like this one to be 10. Save. How to start? It's not installed. Polybar either. All these things here, but don't use it. Bar any bar patch. So you can do so much more, definitely. But I'm not here to explain you this. I'm just here to have a look, right? What happens? I like to know where the terminal is, the key binding for terminals, mono size, colors, all kind of colors. I need to find the keys, all colors. We have a layout menu and how to start ST, SP term. Still not found it. Okay. This looks like an interesting copy paste. So these are rules. If you open Firefox, you go to screen 1 and in workspace 1. And you're floating or you're not floating and stuff like that. So this is something you can add, a rule that if the win type, not the class, and down here somewhere is the class, I think. Then here's class, right? Then if GIMP, then in tags 1 to 4, I guess, and 1 to 7, but never on 8, 9, and so on. But this is win type. So if it's a dialog window, we all have these little dialog windows. If you go for options or stuff like that, a pop-up comes, and then that's these guys. I'm still looking for Control find ST, I guess, where the key bindings, monocle, yeah, all kind of things, combo box. So here all kind of things that are toggled. If this is on, then the key is that. If you have this, then you define it. Otherwise you don't define it. Is he still calling it? So the D menu, CMD, Control find, that's something I need to know. Super P, super P, and super escape is the set key mode. What's that? Control find previous. That's this. So that's something I don't need to know. I need to know how to spawn the terminal command, super shift return, and super P. Alright, super shift return, that's okay. That we'll figure out. Then we need to build it in. So make clean and sudo make install in one go. There's a problem. We have a problem of the X shape combine mask DWMO user bin LD under undefined reference to symbol. Okay, Control Shift C. Let's have a look. DWM build. There's a reference to it. Errors when compiling. That's exactly what I've got. And the solution is yes, rounded corners. That's what I did. Is this solved? Where can I find it? Is it solved or not? It's a discussion. It's a discussion. I wonder if we need to adapt something to our system. The X11 thing. The X11 thing is in user include X11. Here are all the H things. So R6 is not okay. How about this? Just trying to figure it out if this is actually needed. User include. User X11 include. User X11 include. How about user include X11? Alright, in the meantime I've changed this one to our pathway. User include X11 and user lib X11. And then what did I do then? I looked up the next error. The next error was libxed, so I typed xxed, and then I find uncommented for the rounded corner patch, and that's exactly what we did. Damn, right? It is complex. And then we build it again. But first let's make clean, sudo make install, and attack the next one. Now we have a function, tag for preview switch, undefined reference to imlib create image. There is something about imlib in here. Here is imlib, find. So imlib needs to be referenced, the link to it. Bam. All right. The question is, what do we get? And do we get anything? No, we don't. So there is no desktop file for it. There is no desktop file for it. An easy way to get the desktop file for it is basically get my own GitHub thing, which is called DWM. Yeah, that's okay. So git clone https github.com/r/DWM. Keep it short. And in here is the where are you? The desktop file. This one is basically nothing more than saying go launch execute DWM, right? There's nothing more. Let's keep you open. So basically sudo copy DWM.desktop to user share x sessions. Everything that's read in here is gonna be shown in SEM, LightEM, etc. There's also a Wayland session. So anything for Wayland, you put it in something else. User share. What's it called again? Enfin, doesn't matter. So in here, there's also a folder and a user share there for Wayland sessions. Yeah, it's not here because we did not create anything. There's nothing Wayland here. XDW, now you know exactly how it's called. Wayland sessions, that's the folder. Okay, let's have a look, right? We log out. What did we create? With flexipatch, we've created DWM. And this is our flexipatch. Super Shift Enter. Oops. Right, and then you need to be able to run something. That was Super P, I think. It's not working. Super P, Super Shift Enter. I need to be able to run something. There's no key combo that seems to launch something. So that's the problem always. You have to learn how the code of this guy works, right? So Control Alt F3. Oops, capital letters here. That's not gonna work. But first a coffee, a sip. Voila. CD in documents. ls, we have the CD DWM flexipatch. ls, and we can go for nano config def h, and somewhere in here, that's the question, right? So where is Control F, where is term cmd? I think it is term cmd. Where is it? Ah, there it is. st is not installed, so Control X sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux DWM st git. Forgot git. Let's type in the password first. Git. So we've got that. Then we can go back with Control F2 and Super Shift Enter. I thought that was the trick. Yeah. Alt is, so the super is our key. It's the alt key that's here. Now nmapplet is something that's gonna show up, and that's working. So this is the sys tray that's up here. So anything that's using it will show up. Simple screen recorder is another one. So if I type velo, I get all of this in, and I do think there, yes, simple screen recorder is in there as well. So when I launch simple screen recorder and put it to the back, we get icons. So the sys tray is working. Rounded, yeah, there it is. It is rounded. Now I see it. It's hard to see, but let's install Super Shift C probably. Nope. Let's do a Control C here. Yeah, and then Super Shift C, Alt Shift C, not Super Shift C, Alt Shift C, and Alt Shift Q. Yeah, it's still the default DWM key bindings. Now I know that I can work a little bit with it, not a lot. It's finger memory, right? So what I'd like to do is Alt P then, Alt P, Thunar, and then documents. We can keep changing this. One of the things we should do is Control find gaps. That's way down, so all the way up. Find gap 201010. I don't feel it's a gap at all. No. Smart gaps. Gap factor when there is only one client. 0 is no gaps. 3 outer gaps. So it should give gaps. I'm not seeing it, but I do see the rounded corner. This is completely glued to each other. But the wallpaper will show that, of course. So variety. Next, please. Now let's see if that works. Picam is not running. Super D. So Alt P. Hey, come on, Alt P. Variety. So there's that. There is something behind there. So let's do a Picam and run that. Command not found. XFC doesn't have Picam. Okay. Doesn't need it. Picam to the background. There is my wallpaper. So there is no spaces for whatever reason. So the gap, vanity gaps, corner radius, we can make the corner radius a little bit bigger. Save. Border pixel of windows. 0. 3. And then that's already another. Then we make clean first, clean up. Sudo make install. And that's online. What was it again? Super Shift Q. Hey, Alt Shift Q, Eric. Boof. DWM is killed. We log back in. Alt Shift Enter. Definitely need to run Picam and variety and all that. Picam, sure, variety, sure. And now we see something, hopefully. Okay. Alt N is not working, of course. But where are my gaps, right? Where are my gaps? Too dark. Give me something bright. Now the rounding, I see the bottom in the middle. You saw the rounding, the bottom. Too dark. Come on. That one. You see at the bottom, you see the lights in the middle of the screen. You see the rounding. Okay, Alt P, yes, Sublime Text, sure. So that's the 3. No, that's not the border pixel. Border pixel of Windows. That's not 3, I would say, but okay. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's this 3 that I wanted to do. Anyway, you need to go through all these variables and have a look. What did we select? We selected different patches. The bar status patch, bar tag preview. Oh yeah, that's working. So this, when you hover over this thing, you actually know what's going on there. Like Alt P, Firefox. And if we go here, we see this. If we go there, oh yeah, the active one, you don't see the active one, you only see the one that is not active. Well, makes sense. What else did we select? The sys tray is working. That's up here. I probably can do this. Control find 10 matches. So the bar tag preview, that's working. Bar status patch, no idea what it is. Sys tray patch is working. Bar text patch. Bar win title patch 1. Vanity caps. Bar padding vanity caps. That's something else as vanity caps. I suppose here he is. That's the actual one, methinks. So we need to go to the folder, which is Alt P, R, go to documents, go to DWM flexipatch, build it again. Can we go here and there? Alt Shift Q. Launch. Not lunch, but launch. So Alt Shift Enter, enter. We need some background stuff. Righty. bakkeby. Don't see any gaps per se. So that's still up to you to figure out. But you know, you get the drift of what you're supposed to do. You've seen some errors as well. So have a look at the file super p sublime text. Have a look at file at config mk and see uncomment this if for swallow patch, if this uncomment for bd patch, for IPC patch, for pango patch, for mbndp control, so music in a. This is probably something you're gonna need. So transparency alpha, we have that too in chatwm and twm. We've changed this. Not sure if it's needed, but unless you don't see any errors, right? Figure it out. When you see errors, that's the place I would look. And that's it for the video. So have fun learning about DWM. Maybe this can be a good start, and then maybe later start with DWM from scratch. Cheers.